Alrighty, and we're back again. So in the time that I was off camera, I allowed the dry flour to saturate. Then I've been agitating it and then tapping the sides of the bucket for about, I don't know, 5, no more than 7 minutes. So I think it's already time that we start removing our product from the water. And when my friend told me that he had a need for some edible cannabis, this is really the reason why I do this. You know, I'm not in this for really profit. I'm sharing my hobby, and this is something I really stand behind. This is something I believe in. There are so many myths about cannabis that I don't personally buy into. Now I live in the state of Washington, and now that recreational marijuana is available, I think there's going to be some measure of abuse. Anybody can abuse any substance, whether it's alcohol, prescription drugs, even exercise. But also now that we have cannabis available to, you know, maybe research facilities like Fred Hutch Cancer Research Centers, maybe the federal government could accept findings from an institution with such credibility like that. So hopefully we're going to demystify, debunk, and re-educate people about, I don't know, the medical benefits and properties of cannabis. If nothing else, this woman is terminal, and this is going to make her feel better. You know, so again, this is the reason why I do it. Okay, so our very first bag, this is the works bag that keeps the flour, all the coarse particles. Our second bag might have a little bit of sediment in it, some green particles. I don't even mess around with that. I mean, if you take a look in here, there is some hashish. This, I believe this is a 73 micron screen bag. This is where, oh yeah, this is where the product, the real hashish that you want for your edibles is going to come from. Already the water is draining a little bit more slowly than the last bag. The screen is finer, but there's already an abundance of hash particles in here. Like I said before, the trichomes on the flowers, that's what contains the THC and the CBD, and those are an oil base. When you have it in water, it's not going to dissolve, and the colder you can keep your water, the better it is going to be for the trichomes. The agitation basically breaks the trichomes off the flowers, and when you're tapping the bag, the bucket, and stirring, that's inviting gravity to help you sink all of the trichomes down in through the water and through the screens. A little tapping will help accelerate the process. It says handy to have a lot of towels around because this is a wet process. It does get everywhere, but I've done this enough times where I can keep the mess to a minimum. Now, Mrs. Greenlevel, on the other hand, she insisted I keep the mess to a minimum, that I clean up after myself. Now, because I promised to get this to my friend tomorrow, I'm not going to make brownies from scratch, which I do. I love to bake, and I prefer my cannabis in an edible form. Don't get me wrong, I like to smoke it because, for one, I think it's kind of a social thing. When you smoke with a group, it's almost tribal to me. Sharing smoke is tribal. So anyway, what we'll do after we drain most of the water out is we're going to stretch the screen over some surface. I like to use a bowl. And this is very quick. I know anybody who has done hash before will say, wow, this is clumsy. This is a one-take wonder. You know, I could be a lot more neat about this, but essentially what I'm doing is taking out just a big putty wad of hash from inside of the screen here. Now, as a technique, you just keep washing all of the sediment toward the middle. I'm going to edit off a lot of this out. Those of you on my Facebook page, you'll probably see the unedited version. You'll probably see it on Facebook as a two-parter. Okay, so do take this and stretch it over the bowl. I know I'm going to be leaving an awful lot on the table, but you haters are going to hate anyway. This is just for a batch of brownies for a friend in need. So now I've got this on my drying screen. I'll just press it a little bit with a towel, get some moisture out, and voila. Now, if I were going to be making this to smoke, I'd leave it air out, probably spread out a little bit on some, I don't know, whether it's going to be on drying screens or brown paper bags or what have you. But this is basically going to go right into a brownie mix. And that's going to happen tonight, so I can have it delivered to my friend tomorrow. Because when you're in need, when you're in pain, you want the pain to stop. And I'm going to try to get this to him ASAP. So thanks for watching. For those of you that have been following me regularly, you know why I do this. You know what this is about, and hopefully you're a like-minded person. So peace from the Green Love Laboratories. This is Green Love signing out.